Hi students, welcome to Bosco Campus Vision. I am Shankar Ganesh, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, Don Bosco College, Kottayam. I am delighted to present a lecture on the topic Information Security, which comes under the fourth module of Computer Networks and Security. This lecture is meant for Semester 3 BCA course of Kerala University. In this lecture, we are going to discuss IP security, web security, and SSL. IP security. The IP security is an Internet Engineering Task Force standard suite of protocols between two communication points across the IP network that provide data authentication, integrity, and confidentiality. It also defines the encrypted, decrypted, and authenticated packets. The protocols needed for secure key exchange and key management are defined in it. These protocols are used for establishing mutual authentication between agents at the beginning of a session and a negotiation of cryptographic keys to use during the session. IP security can protect data flows between a pair of hosts, between a pair of security gateways, or between a security gateway and a host. Next is components of IP security. The components of IP security are: first one, encapsulating security payload, that is ESP. It provides data integrity, encryption, authentication, and anti-replay. It also provides authentication for payload. Second one, authentication header, that is AH. It also provides data integrity, authentication, and anti-replay, and does not provide encryption. The anti-replay protection protects against unauthorized transmission of packets. It does not protect data's confidentiality. Third one, Internet Key Exchange, that is IKE. It's a network security protocol designed to dynamically exchange encryption keys and find a way over security association between two devices. It provides message content protection and also an open frame for implementing standard algorithms such as SHA and MD5. Next, we can discuss the communication modes of IP security. There are two kinds of communication modes in IP security. First one, transport mode. Second one, tunnel mode. Transport mode. In transport mode, the source and destination host must directly perform all cryptographic operations. Encrypted data is sent through a single tunnel that is created with L2TP, that is layer 2 tunneling protocol. Data is created by the source host and retrieved by the destination host. This mode of operation establishes end-to-end security. Next is tunnel mode. The tunnel mode is most widely deployed. In the tunnel mode, the new IP header is added in the data packet and it is encapsulated before we introduce any security protocol. In this, through a single gateway, multiple sessions of communications can be entertained. Next is uses of IP security. IP security can be used to do the following things. First one, to encrypt application layer data. Second one, to provide security for routers sending routing data across the public internet. Third one, to provide authentication without encryption, like to authenticate that the data originates from a known sender. Fourth one, to protect network data by setting up circuits using IP security tunneling, in which all data is being sent between the two endpoints is encrypted with a virtual private network connection. Next, we can discuss web security. Web security is also known as cyber security. It basically means protecting a website or web application by detecting preventing and responding to cyber threats. Websites and web applications are just as prone to security breaches as physical homes, stores, and government locations. Web security is a system of protection measures and protocols that can protect the website or web application from being hacked or entered by unauthorized personnel. This integral division of information security is vital to the protection of websites, web applications, and web services. Web security is important to keeping hackers and cyber thieves from accessing sensitive information. Without a protective security strategy, businesses risk the spread and escalation of malware, attacks on other websites, networks, and other IT infrastructures. If a hacker is successful, attacks can spread from computer to computer, making it difficult to find the origin. Next, we can discuss Secure Socket Layer, that is SSL. Secure Socket Layer provides security to the data that is transferred between web browser and server. SSL encrypts the link between a web server and a browser, which ensures that all data passed between them remain private and free from attack. An SSL certificate is a certified piece of code on a website that binds the encryption to the organization responsible for the website. Secure Socket Layer protocols are SSL Record Protocol, Handshake Protocol, Change Cipher Spec Protocol, and Alert Protocol. Next is working of SSL. When a web browser tries to connect to a website using SSL, the browser will first request the web server to identify itself. This prompts the web server to send the browser a copy of the SSL certificate. The browser checks to see if the SSL certificate is trusted, and if it is, the browser sends a verification message to the web server. The server then responds to the browser with a digitally signed acknowledgement to start an SSL encrypted session. This allows encrypted data to be shared between the browser and the server as identified by the HTTPS label instead of HTTP. In this lecture, we have discussed IP security, web security, and SSL. Hope all of you have understood the lecture. Thank you.